Hey y'all, welcome in or welcome back to my channel, The Lavish Budget, where we chop it up and I try to get my finances in order.
You say nothing's wrong at all, baby. I say that we falling off, baby.
So it is officially November and I have gotten paid. So I'm going to do my first paycheck of the month breakdown, and then I'm going to cash stuff a couple of my binders. When I say a couple, I literally mean 2 binders. So let's hop right in. Okay, so I'm just gonna move all of this out of the way. As I mentioned in my last video, I did finally go ahead and get me a cash envelopes binder because I did need one. The one I had was an A8, which I originally thought was an A7, but then I got it and I was like, oh, that's pretty small. And so I didn't like the way I had to fold the money to put it in and all that jazz. So I ended up getting me something new. So let me just scoot over. If you haven't already, please check me out on Etsy. I will leave the link down in the description below. I am doing a sale into the end of the month of November. It is a fall sale, 30% off all candles in my shop when you buy 2 or more. So all the details will be down below in the description. So jumping in to my first paycheck. Let me move some of this stuff out the way so I can have some space. All right, so as many as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I am a salary-based salary-based employee. So my income will likely be the same when I'm looking at what I make in my W-2, well, for my W-2 in type of income. So I am a teacher and I work in the New York City education system. So my check was $2,343. It gives me a total of, obviously. So starting off with my bills, the bulk of my bills actually comes out the first half of the month, which is really why I want to do my 1 month ahead, so that after I already have 1 month ahead, I can just split my bills in half, where I take half out and put it into my binder, and then the first paycheck, and then do that for the second paycheck, and then I'll have all the money to put towards the bill at the end of, or at the beginning of the following month. And that really will give me that wiggle room to kind of do the things that I want to do. So I have my rent, I have my Wi-Fi, and I have my T-Mobile bill, which I really need to work on getting my T-Mobile bill down. I think I know how well. I think I'm just going to pay off my my watch, but I'll figure out how to do that later on. So I'm not sharing my rent, even though if you can do math, I'm sure you can figure it out. Wi-Fi is $70, and then my phone bill is $294. So that gives me a total of $1,264 and a balance of $1,079. And like I did in the last video, I'm going to highlight the difference between the totals and the balances, just so I don't mix them up, because I absolutely will. I certainly will mix them up if I don't highlight them. If you've noticed, I do use just a pen, a notebook, because you don't necessarily need a budget planner if that is not within your budget at the current moment. Some of these planners do cost an exuberant amount of money, so don't feel pressured into buying one. Do what works best for you. And right now, just using a pen and paper works fine for me. I am in the process of working on my own planner. I think I've mentioned this before. I'm almost done with and just like fine tuning the details, making sure it looks the way I really want it to look. And then I'm gonna have it printed so that I can show you guys how to use it, or how I plan on using it. And then I believe I'm gonna put it on Etsy as a PDF version only because I know it'll take a lot to bind it. And I don't want to have like a $65, $70 planner to sell, especially when I know that a lot of people are working on saving money. So instead, you'll be able to print off, the sheets that you want. What you don't want, you don't have to print. Yeah, and it'll be at a more affordable cost. I think that's the best right now. So for my debts for the first half, I have my medical, so fetal imaging, $260, and my Quicksilver is $150. And that puts us at $410. That's $669. Great. Okay. So I'm looking for new health insurance. Yeah, new health insurance, because I have Cigna. It's through my job. It's not the best. As you can see, I constantly have medical bills. I actually just got another medical bill that I need to work on figuring out how to fit that into my budget to pay it off. And it's become a little overwhelming. Just figuring out how to pay medical bills, because that's the debt that seems to continuously accumulate. So I know that the fetal imaging will be paid off by the end of the year. And then the following debt that I had, I really wanted to work on paying that, like using this money, kind of like a debt snowball for my medical debt. But then I just got this other bill, and I'm just like, Lord, I just need a break. So next up are my cash envelopes. So if you are a person who has gone through finding your own health insurance, and you have someone that is pretty affordable, you don't have to come out of pocket too much, and they cover things, let me know, because I need it. So I don't have many cash envelopes. It's really once I start my sinking funds is where I have a lot of those envelopes. And fun doesn't necessarily get stuffed all the time. Not that I don't like having fun. It's just I'm 7 months pregnant and I like to stay home. But it is a friend's birthday, and I'm going to go out for her birthday and enjoy myself. So it's just a dinner, so it's not like I'm going to be out at the club partying. I wish, but not this time around. Maybe next year. Okay, so that does leave me with a balance of $69, which I'm going to leave in as a buffer into my account, just in case something may pop up and I'm like, oh, good thing I got that $69 in there, so that I can use it. So, okay, so obviously bills and debt are going to stay in my account because they're mainly on auto pay. So I like rent and Wi-Fi. Well, rent is not auto pay. I pay that. Wi-Fi is auto pay, so that's gonna come out. My T-Mobile is auto pay, and then my fetal imaging is auto pay, and then my Quicksilver is also auto pay. So yeah, bills are on auto pay because I will forget. So the only money that I am taking out is my cash envelopes, which is my fun money, my personal, and my Uber. So the way the Uber is going to work, reason why I take it out is so that I can see it and like, hey, watch out with those Ubers, honey, because you only have the $100 to spend. We're not going to spend that. But I am going to use one of my credit cards for this and then just pay the credit card the following month with this. So I don't really have to worry about budgeting that into my paycheck because I already have the money taken out for my Uber. So this money that I'm putting aside in Uber will be to pay for the credit card bill next paycheck, if that makes sense. I hope it did. Okay, so not only move this, did I get a cash envelope binder, I got me I forgot what this is called. What do you call these? A cash tray. It's a cash tray, y'all. I got me a cash tray because I felt I needed one. So I'm gonna move this out of the way, just to the side. I'm sure I can remember that I'm cash stuffing $600. So I do have a cash tray, and I do have some cash in the cash tray. Okay, so it's 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 60, 80. I did not count that correctly. I know I didn't, because this should be $400. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. I don't know how I just counted that wrong the first time, but I did. And I do have a couple of singles left over from my last cash stuffing of October, my second October paycheck. And it's $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7, y'all. I got $7. And I've already taken my change out, but I do save my change. I have my pennies. I just keep them in a mason jar because it's convenient for me. And then I have my silvers that I keep in this mason jar. Again, just convenient for me to keep a hold of those things. All right, so like I said, I just got this. So this is not even labeled. I don't have labels. I'm going to use my Post-its. You know, I know some people like to be aesthetically pleasing. I don't care, really. I already have my cards in here ready to go. So I'm just going to Post-it up and post them on my envelopes. So I have my personal, and this is really just if I see something that I like, I'm going to buy it. Which, I mean, it really is. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend it all. I want it to roll over, and not them sticking together. So I'm gonna see how far I can, or how much I can roll over to the next cash stuffing. Then I have my fun money. Oh. Then I have my Uber. Those are really my only envelope categories. I think I'm gonna make, because I have 4 in here, I think I'm gonna make the last one like my like the change. Yeah, change. So if I break a 20, I can put like my singles and fives in there and then do something with my singles and my fives. So as far as like expense tracking, which I will be working on doing, I won't really be tracking my cash spending because you know how girl math works. If you use cash, then it was really free. Okay, so let's start with my personal. I think because that's the envelope I'm gonna spend the most. Well, not, let me not say that. That's the envelope that I'm probably gonna use the most. I'm gonna use 20s because I am. That's it. So 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. 2. So yeah, I am going to fold these in half, put them up in there. Then for fun is the one that is actually going to get the 300. So I'm actually going to use the 50s. So 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3. And while this money is in my wallet, I do not plan on spending this until, because this money is specifically for when I go out for my friend's birthday, which is November 10th. So not this week, but next week. So that money is specifically for that. And then I have for Ubers, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. For my Ubers. That was quick. Look at that. So I really do like this. I see why people get these types of like mini binders. I think these are A7s. They get the A7. All right, so I do have a little bit of cash left that rolled over from my second paycheck in October. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I don't have any savings challenges. I don't have any sinking funds as of yet. So I'm just going to stuff that into my bills binder for my subscriptions. So I'm trying to get a month ahead. So I do have a bills binder. And I do have to move some stuff over because I need some space. And so in my bills binder, I have my rent, my Wi-Fi, my T-Mobile, and then subscriptions. As you may know that I got rid of like my Prime because I'm using my mom's. And then I also got Uber One because I do take a lot of Ubers. And I thought that it would be beneficial for me to pay the $10 a month and then get the discounts on the Ubers because I take quite a few. So what I have in there currently, I have $10, $11, $12. So in total, my subscriptions are $26. So I'm going to add the $7 to this $12. And that gives me 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19. So like I said, in total, my subscriptions are $26. I have 19. So I'll only be I need to cash the $7 more for me to be a month ahead on my subscriptions. I think that once I get a month ahead on subscriptions, I think I'm going to start. Well, I know that I'm probably going to get rid of that kickoff subscription because it hasn't done what it was supposed to have. So I'll probably get rid of that, so I won't have to worry about that subscription. And then I think for both Uber One and the Apple subscription, which will be the last two that I have, I can pay for the year. So I'm going to start do a sinking funds for subscriptions. So I'm going to add that into my sinking funds. So I'm going to do a sinking funds for subscriptions so that I can just pay it for the year starting in 2025. So I'll have an entire year to save up for both of these subscriptions that I will continue to have rolling over into 2025. So that's all I really have for you. That was quick. I paid most of my bills this first paycheck, so I don't have a lot of money to play with, and I'm not doing any savings challenges as of yet, but those are coming soon. 2024 is going to be all about my sinking funds, all about my savings challenges, and it's going to be a lot more fun. I think that is what I'm waiting for. I'm kind of getting antsy about it. I want to just like start a savings challenge right now. I could. No, I'm not gonna start any savings challenges right now. So yeah, that's all I have for you on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check the link down in the description so you can get one of my lovely candles for 30% off when you buy 2 or more candles. All right, y'all. Bye.